Have mold in your house? Do you ever find it?
No, but I know people who have.
It's bad. Well, we've been reporting on it in schools, college dorm rooms, your homes, and a lot of you went to Annapolis today to support a bill that would set the standard in mold testing all across the state.
But it comes with a hefty price tag. WMER2 News' Abby Isaacs explains. Abby?
The bill would protect renters, students, and the elderly from the harmful impacts of mold. But the financial burden falls on local health departments, school systems, landlords, and the Maryland Department of Health, which estimates this bill would impact 500,000 properties across the state.
It took a while for us to realize what was making us sick, but it was our home.
And more specifically, the mold Heaven White found in her Annapolis apartment.
I did miss days from work because my son had to stay home from school because he was having asthma attacks.
Right now, there's no statewide standard for mold testing or remediation, and therefore no protections for renters like White who experience it.
We see these patients every day in the emergency room with respiratory distress and asthma exacerbations related to this.
A bill sponsored by Delegate Shanika Henson would fix that by requiring local jurisdictions to conduct annual mold inspections for public and private schools, licensed child care centers, nursing homes, and rental properties.
This mold, these spots, this past inspection recently in the city of Annapolis.
It would also set a standard for remediation.
It is a consumer rights issue to make sure that when someone says they are going to remediate mold in your home, that you get the service that you pay for and that it is quality service.
But the bill comes with a hefty price tag. The Maryland Department of the Environment estimates an annual expense increase of $2 million to hire more employees to enforce the bill and develop the needed processes for inspection and verification. In written testimony, MDE said it was concerned with the substantial impact. The Department of Legislative Services also estimates a significant increase in spending for local jurisdictions and a negative impact on landlords. Advocates say the cost of not doing anything could end up being more.
If we continue to abandon our infrastructure and not remediate mold properly, it won't go away. It simply will have the cost added in other areas in our state.
The House Environment and Transportation Committee is supposed to have a hearing on this bill today. Their hearing right now is going on very late, so they're still moving through the agenda. They haven't reached this bill, but we have a link on our website to the live stream if you want to catch it later this evening.
2 weeks before classes start, the Holland School District is rushing to fix a problem with mold in some of the buildings.
It is so serious in one school, it won't even open this year. 13 on Your Side reporter Phil Dawson is here to tell us which one, Phil.
Juliet, mold was discovered in 3 Holland schools, and in one of them, the Holland Language Academy, there is so much mold it can't be cleaned before school starts later this month. So that K through 7th grade language immersion program is relocating to an empty building in the district.
That's good because nobody should be, exposed to it. It must be pretty extensive. My name is Tammy Mim, and I live right across the street. I myself have severe health issues from mold.
The Holland School District believes mold was able to grow and spores spread in the Language Academy building because the air conditioning malfunctioned during a hot, humid spell in July.
Mold can grow within 24 hours of water damage. I'm a lab professional, and I have done thousands of hours of research on it myself.
The district says the Language Academy building was not occupied when the mold grew and spread. It was detected on August 2nd, and because it will take weeks to clean out, the building was closed and plans were made to move the academy for the 2019-2020 school year.
That's really unfortunate, but also thank God that they're cleaning it and that they're not putting the children in there.
The Holland Language Academy will relocate here to the old Longfellow School. It's vacant, only used for storage. It's about a mile from the other building.
Children, especially with growing brains, are especially susceptible to the mold. It can contribute to a whole array of health problems.
And how do you know that?
I myself was exposed to mold for a very long time. We were unaware at the time, of course. We had an older home that the roof leaked. Mold is dangerous to anyone for any length of time.
Mold was found in the Language Academy. All buildings in the district were tested, and small spots were found at Holland Heights Elementary and the Maplewood building, also blamed on high heat and humidity. The district says that mold will all be gone before school starts on August 21st. Nick?
Jersey, where there are mold concerns at 2 schools, and it's forcing officials to shuffle classes for some students and staff and move others to virtual learning. NBC 10's Brian Sheehan was in Lumberton, where he spoke with parents, students, and officials about the impact.
We're really hoping and praying that it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks of disruptions for students, staff, and families after molds discovered in 2 Lumberton Township schools.
My daughter has been saying literally since the start of the school year that there's mold in the school.
Stephanie Sezowich's daughter attends Lumberton Middle School, which has 16 rooms that are affected. Bobby's Run Elementary is connected by a hallway and has 10 rooms with mold.
What we've done is we've had the middle school students go remote, and the Bobby's Run students will be in school, and some of the classes that have been affected, those students will be moving over into the middle school.
District officials say they brought in professionals to assess the buildings after a teacher noticed a smell in one of the rooms at the start of the school year.
We tested all of the classrooms that teachers had said that they had concerns about, and then some other teachers came forward and said, we're worried about our classroom as well, so we did a second round of testing.
The decision to temporarily close Bobby's Run came after the district received the positive results late yesterday afternoon.
We just wanted everyone to be safe. You know, we're not told we had to evacuate, but the report did say that remediation needed to happen in each of the classrooms that were identified.
While she doesn't mind the short-term disruption, Sezowich says she still has questions she wants district officials to answer.
My biggest concern is I want to know what type of mold. What are the possible health concerns I have to worry about with my children? How long has it been there?
The district plans to hold a public forum with professionals to answer parents' questions. However, we are told a date has not yet been set. In Lumberton, Burlington County, I'm Brian Sheehan, NBC 10 News.
Well, parents at New Caney Elementary School tell us the school is continuing to make their kids sick. Last Friday, we reported the school asked parents to come and get their kids at the school due to a strange odor they say was caused by construction.
Well, the school reopened this morning, and that happens to be where our Chaz Miller is live with what parents had to say this morning. Chaz?
Good evening, Mel. So one parent we spoke with said she got to the school this morning, saw somebody being put into an ambulance, and decided not to bring her school kids here today. We talked to the district. They said that somebody from their central office was on campus today, was taken away by ambulance, but that it had nothing to do with the state of the building. Back to the parents, they say the state of the building is not good and that it's been making their kids sick for months. Leslie Fultz sent us these photos of that ambulance. She has 3 kids at the school and chose not to drop them off when she saw it. She told me the school has had issues with a leaky roof for months, that her kids have gotten sick from mold, and she sent us these photos showing bare floors and missing ceiling tiles in classrooms. Now, we were told nobody was injured on Friday with that weird smell, but today we've received reports that kids have gotten sick at school due to the mold, another parent told me. The district told us they've had no such reports. But Fultz said this issue has been going on for much of the year. She said she's tried to reach everyone from the school principal to the district superintendent, but hasn't gotten any kind of a reply from them. She wants to know, at the very least, why the kids can't be relocated to a school she believes would be healthier for them. I asked her what message she'd want to share with New Caney ISD Superintendent Matt Calvert.
I want transparency. I want answers. I want to know what my kids are being exposed to and leave that up to me. You know, don't keep it a secret. We have a right to know.
Now, this school will not be used anymore. There's a new school coming, but not until the fall semester of 2026. Fultz said she believes they're not maintaining this school properly because they don't want to put money into something that's not going to be here in a few years. I brought that concern to the district. They said that is absolutely not the case, that they will continue to maintain New Caney Elementary School and keep it safe for students until it's not in use anymore.
Part of school, the school year is on hold in yet another local district. Kids in Plum Borough were supposed to head back to the classroom today. Instead, they have to wait at least another week. Amy Wattis is live to explain why. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Heather. And the reason why the start of school was delayed today is because mold was found in 2 school buildings. Mold was discovered on surfaces in 3 classrooms at the high school, and then 8 classrooms may need remediated at O Block Junior High. Many families were caught off guard by the news that school would not start as scheduled. Calls went out to parents Monday afternoon.
I think the hardest part is, we work and now everyone's scrambling for childcare and we have to figure something out. But I also don't want them going to school in a situation where it would be unsafe for them.
Environmental engineers have been contracted and additional air quality tests will be performed in all district buildings. The district says it's handling the issue with an abundance of caution, even though the mold is considered the non-hazardous variety. Again, school will be starting in the Plum Borough School District next Tuesday, September 4th. We're live this morning in Plum. Amy Wattis, KDKA TV Morning News.
Students at Bixby's 5th and 6th grade center are forced to attend class at other schools. The problem? Mold. 2 News reporter Casey Roebuck joins us live with what parents need to know. Casey?
Well, Karen, the district has been testing the air quality at Brassfield since the start of the school year. The air seemed okay until they tested it while students were actually in the building. Friday, they learned the mold count was high enough to warrant moving students out of the building. When parents arrived to pick up their kids from Brassfield 5th and 6th grade center on Monday,
and then I asked my daughter Zoe if she had any information from the school. And I haven't had a chance to read this pamphlet yet, but obviously it has to do with mold.
They learned their children won't be returning to their regular classrooms for weeks due to air quality concerns caused by mold in the building.
We get emails and stuff, but even the emails didn't state anything saying that they were taking them out of the building and putting them in another one. So knowing where my child is a big concern.
Mold spores are kind of like dust particles. When they're kicked up, they're up in the air, and eventually they settle.
Bixby Superintendent Dr. Kyle Wood says the district learned late Friday that the spore count is elevated, so the district went to work over the weekend, putting together plans to have classes elsewhere until the mold problem is remediated. Wood hopes the work can be completed by the end of Christmas break.
But if it's not 100% remediated, 100% those mold spores and mold removed, and the air quality is 100% good, then we're going to do something else.
The Brassfield cafeteria and gym have been deemed safe. They've been sealed off from the rest of the building. Parents will drop their kids off there in the mornings. Then students will be bused to their classrooms at neighboring campuses. And the district's hope students can return after Christmas break. If the work is not finished, the district's automated phone system will send a message to parents so they can let them know. Casey Roebuck, 2 News works for you.